Welcome into the Film Guy Network. It's football season, which means I've got a film study for you. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome in to the Film Guy Network on a fabulous Sunday afternoon here in the studio. Wherever you are, however you are, hope this found you well. We got a great one packed up and loaded for you today, as obviously Red River Rivalry was this weekend. Texas walks away. I can't remember the final score. That's terrible. I think it's 23-6. Something like that. Will you look that up for me right now? I think it's 23-6 on the dot. Sorry, football brain. Been watching a lot of tape, not looking at a lot of scoreboards. Anyways, got a great one for you today. I was very curious going into this football game, right? Obviously, watched what happened last weekend between Florida and Texas. See 6 sacks given up. Honestly, I said on our show this week, I thought it could have been closer to 9, maybe 10. Big problem at left tackle. They seem to have at least solved it with a very young football player who is uber talented and uber promising, and that's Nick Brooks, right? The big 6'8", 375-pound true freshman out of Iowa, out of the state of Georgia, played for Grayson High School here amongst a couple of stops on his way to a top 100 eval coming out of high school. He played some good ball today. Excited to show you this as well, but also show you what Texas's staff did to kind of shorten and condense the route concepts. It's going to sound a little bit more conservative, but on top of everything, what really made this offense go was the individual effort from Weisner, right? Quintavious Weisner, I love the number switch as well. Looks like a totally different player at number 5. Excited to show you this today, guys. Got a couple rules around here. If you learned anything about the game of football, you must subscribe. If you learned anything about your favorite football team, you must subscribe. If you have any fun at all today, you must subscribe. Let's shut up and let's grind the tape. Oh, might need my notebook there, Austin. Let's grab that sucker. All right, here we go. Brand new notebook, by the way. First page, Arch Manning study. How about that? First page, Texas study. First page, Red River Rivalry. Let's get after it. That's a tough one to say, Red River Rivalry, with a fat tongue like I got. Red River Rivalry. All right, here we go. Play number 1. All right, you'll notice immediately off the rip, their game plan this week was going to be to get the ball out of his hand, right? Not have to hold the football so long. Let's get it loose immediately. Let's get a little screen right here. Let's limit some second and mediums, all right? And ideally, let's pick up a first down. Let's go get a chunk play right here to start the football game. Setting the tone. We're going to get the ball out of this young player's hand immediately, all right? Get old Formsby out there into the flat, and there's the true freshman, big number 71. You can see he's a mountain of a human being in there, big Nick Brooks. I believe Nick Brooks is one of these young men who's got like 7 or 8 brothers and sisters, Austin, if my recruiting background serves me well. Getting a good piece out there is number 74, Formsby. Projected to be a first-round draft pick is 74. He's playing some good ball out there. Good job getting the ball out of the quarterback's hands early after a week ago when having problem protecting him, right? All right, I think this is a really good job. Now, here's the problem with Texas's offense so far this season. On top of not being able to protect the quarterback, it's really been a theme. Texas fans, correct me if I'm wrong here in the comments, you always seem to do, as most fans on this channel do. But anyways, I feel like they have a problem with holds. Always get in negative situations. A lot of 2nd and 26s, a lot of 2nd and 20s, a lot of 3rd and 29s, particularly in this football game. Young left guard gets called for a hold here. I tend to believe it's because right here they're running inside zone, or duo. But I tend to believe it's because they're a wide zone, stretch zone football team. But right here it's because their young left guard gets a little overextended. Hey, look at this joker move, though. He gets called for a hold, but look at that. Oh, my Lord. That kid's 6'8", 345. Anyways, gets called for a hold right here. Had a tough time with this in the first half. I think it's why they sputtered, honestly. I felt like they moved the football relatively well to start this football game, apart from killing themselves, or as coaches would say, shooting themselves in their own foot. Just let go right there, big fella. Just let go right there at left guard. We're going to get called for that hold. Back judge already got it in his pocket. Good cut by Weisner, though. I want to go back and show the young backs that watch this channel this delivering of the block right here for Weisner. Watch him really press this front side, all right? Really press the aiming point, right, is the coaching term. Watch him press the aiming point right here and then bounce, right? It wasn't, oh, it's shut off, I'm immediately going to go. No. We press, and then ride out, right? Then ride out. And then make the guy miss. Tough call on the hold, though. All right, this is the other thing. It's tough when I get on this channel and I know how smart the football coaches are and how great and how highly touted they are, like Kyle Flood, for example. All right, but this was a high school tackle, is Nick Brooks, right? Big road grader, north to south, love him. All right, we just showed him moving in space, but no 6'8", 305 pound or 385 pounder is ever going to what we call full scoop a zero technique, right? This center is going to leave him completely by himself in attempts to get to this 3 technique as the right guard starts to work up to the linebacker. All right, so this true freshman in his first Red River rivalry, first true start, I believe, if my memory serves me, we're going to have to dig out a true zero technique. Nobody's getting through that, man. And by the way, young center, can we give more than a little chicken wing, man? Can we redirect that nose somehow, some way? We don't even touch him. He just runs right through the midline of our offense and straight to the back. Yeah, we false step. We do a lot of bad things right here. Watch how we step up underneath ourselves right here with our right foot. We gain no ground. Okay, that's going to stay in our own shadow right there. Okay, yeah, we've stepped up underneath ourselves. We're doing a lot of bad stuff right here as a young offensive lineman. But we're young offensive linemen. Okay, we need some help right here, I think. At least he played with effort. That's what I admired most about the young cat in this football game. He played hard the entire football game. A lot of negatives right here, a lot of holds, a lot of penalties, a lot of bad stuff. Okay, we work our way into a 2nd and 5, though. All right, we work our way into a 2nd and 5. And what do we got going on right here? Oh, I want to show y'all this. This is why it's so important for any offense to run the football, but particularly a Sarkisian offense. Okay, this is 2nd and 5, or 1st and 10 right here. They're actually going to get a decent little chunk right here on the ground. They're going to run the football with Weisner. Okay, he's going to stick his nose down, and it's going to ultimately spit for like a 6-yard gain right here. Okay, on 1st and 10. All right, he's juiced, he's hyped. He should be an individually great day for number 5. How does this end up in an 8-yard carry? You know what I mean? Individual efforts from 5. Just bouncing off of guys, picking up yardage. Now we got a 2nd and 5. Now we can hunt a little bit, right? Now we can get into our drop back passing game that we feature here at the University of Texas under Steve Sarkisian. I think it's good coverage, though, here on 2nd and 5. All right. He works through, gets loose outside the pocket, and finds a dart. He made a lot of these throws on Saturday roll left, guys. We're going to show you most of them today. I think he's best when he's moving. Honestly, inside the pocket, 3 steps, 1 hitch, he's overstriding a lot. He's locking his front side out a lot. When he's running around playing like an athlete, his best throws, his most wild throws come out outside the pocket, in my opinion. All right? He's playing good ball off script right now. Really, really good ball. As are his weapons. Okay? As are his weapons. Playing really, really good ball out here. Good job finding work there, young freshman. Ooh, good chip, too. We got bodies all over the floor, guys. DJ Campbell putting a body on the floor without getting a hold. Good job bumping off of that arch. He tries to resettle. I do appreciate this about him. I watched this last night, and I like this from the young quarterback. All right, holding it a little bit too long. Sees an alley, wants to reset just a little bit, and then recommits to the scramble. I like this. Kept eyes downfield and got a nice flick back against his body right there. That's a good ball. Man, but the amount of holds and negatives that they took, man. Look at this. I'm not even going to show you all of them, but look at this. There's no way to operate like that. You know what I mean? So we got to eliminate some of the negatives. I think that's why we got a big old goose egg right now. I'm not going to sit here and break down all the holds. That's not what this channel's about. I'm just explaining to you why you got a big goose egg and trying to show you there's really good work there in between all the junk shooting ourselves in the foot. Now, what really compounds these issues is when you get a hold on a 65-yard explosive. Most of it was still junk plays. Y'all had a lot of screen passes behind the line of scrimmage that got blown up as well. That's Oklahoma football. They hunt the rock out there in space, okay? But, yeah, we got to eliminate some of the holds. I also, Coach, I mean, I appreciate trying to get his legs. Or, no, he's scrambling. Never mind. I'm an idiot. It almost looked like a design draw with the way the running back performed from the wide. But it's not. He's just taking off. I appreciate this, actually, Arch. We get into a livable field goal situation right there, I think. But I think we punt the football, unfortunately. They're going to drop so much coverage when you're playing, 3rd and 29 anyways, that your legs are probably your best bet, or a check down. Get it out of your hands. Don't take a sack. Man, individual efforts. We've seen a lot of these in the SEC lately from backs. This is what it's requiring right now for you to spit the run game. Look, we got so many bodies all over the box right now. So many bodies. We require tremendous, tremendous individual running back talents right now to create explosive runs. There are very few offensive lines in college football right now creating massive lanes. Okay, so guys like Weisner having a game like this can ultimately change the tide of the football game. Okay? This is a points at a premium football game. You creating chunks like this, we're not only flipping field position, we're putting ourselves in scoring position. It's just effort, man. It's effort and individual effort. Also, obviously, 5 right here does a great job, okay, making 32 right here, who's a great player in his own right, miss, and then continuing to run off. But I want you to see all these guys, okay, all the big fellas, okay, everybody trying to flow from the defensive side of the football. All we have to do is, as coaches would say, we have to get on our horse, okay? We have to get on our horse and run our butt to the spot. Just go. Just push everybody as far as you can, as hard as you can, and it'll ultimately create a crease and a cutback lane for our back. Same thing for you, tights. Never die on the play. Ever die on the play. It's a great job by 84 of just continuing to run up and getting a piece. That's the whole purpose of the explosive right here, right? We talk on the channel all the time about never assuming that it might not be the one. I feel like players jog through reps a lot, assuming that their teammate might get tackled, or on the defensive side of the football, jogging in pursuit, assuming that the front side of the play is going to make the tackle. Champions don't assume anything. They play through the echo of the whistle every snap of the down. Okay? That's a championship effort from 84. I love a screen rattle. Did you see the screen rattle? I love a good screen rattle. That's how I know it's lit up in there, right? That's how I know it's loud up in there. I see an all 22 screen rattle. That tripod's up there doing one of these. Hell yeah, I love to see it. I want to go see this game one day, man. I want to go see this game one day. I think his legs, this sounds crazy. How about this take? I think his legs are their best passing feature. Yeah. I think he is such a more comfortable passer in extension, right? Making plays with his legs, and then wham, that it's like that. He's far more of an accurate, more comfortable ripper in terms of chunk plays on the run than he is in a 3-step standard drop, in my opinion, at this point in his career. Okay, there's the drop. Oh, now we're extended plays. Now eyes downfield, stay flat, bang. Okay, and here's why. Watch what it does to this flat defender who off original snap has the whole play cooked. Right? He plays this really, really well. He passes off this trips concept, this bunch concept extremely well. Pushes to the flat, so we take away the immediate answer. All right, now we're going to take away 0, squat on that, and push vertically right here as the scramble creates, right? So now we're kind of caught in this limbo situation as a young corner, or as a corner down here at the bottom, right? Do we play the underneath the wire option, or do we drive to the top? And it's only getting elongated, right? It's only getting elongated as the quarterback begins to work flat, and now I'm in no man's land. Now I have to make a decision, and when I do, he ultimately hooks up, right? That's all off script. Most of their chunk plays are coming right now off script for him. I think apart from a couple of posts over the last 3 or 4 games to Ryan Wingo. I feel like this was the type of stuff that they were missing last week against Florida, though. right? They were getting heated up so bad. And I figured that was going to be the game plan from Oklahoma. Just hunt the left guard. All right, Nick Brooks kind of solves that early on in the football game. They don't feel like they got as heavy a tilt of an advantage as we thought going into the ball game. So now they start plugging in elsewhere, right? Now they start adding in other options. Well, here's what I thought was failed last week. I didn't feel like they had any of this working for them last week. They worked so hard and dedicated so many bodies to 6, 7-man protections that they had no hots. Right? This is still Texas offense. Look at all this depth of concepts, guys. This right here, go back to 2. This right here is an 8-yard route. That right there is working to the pylon. That's a wheel. He's working to the pylon. This right here is a big boy dig. That's a 20-yard dig. Like these concepts take a long time. I felt like last week they were in way too many 7-mans, right? And didn't have enough hots for him. Hey, if we're going to get beat like a redheaded stepchild, let's at least have a chance to get the ball out. You know what I mean? We talked about it last week. Even if you dedicate 7 bodies to the box in pass protection, I can still scheme up a way to find the donkey and get a one-on-one. The donkey was obvious last week. It was the left guard. All right, so let's find ways to get the ball out of the quarterback's hands like this right here. And guess what? The left guard, Nick Brooks, is fighting his butt off, but he's losing the rep. You know what I mean? We're getting pressure right now. This was the difference, in my opinion, in their offensive success this week as opposed to last week, okay? Hey, instead of the 7-mans, let's do a 5-man chipping and release, right? Now 5's out in a hot formation, and the tight end, hey, let's give him a little zigzag. Let's give him an inward breaking route here underneath and give an option route to him. I felt like he did start feeling himself a little bit. And, you know, it's okay. I want you to play with some confidence, right? Some aura, some arch aura. Probably shouldn't throw this ball, though. Rolling out right, just chunk this one away. You'll see this one from the tight. It's real dangerous. All right, we're rolling right, fighting this ball back across our body. All right, wide receiver working to a scramble drill back across the back line. All right, and we're going to throw it against our body. This is a no-no in the Manning family. All right, in my family, hey, if you came home with a few demerits, they sit you in the corner. In the Manning family, you throw back across your body and scrambling in the red zone and put a ball at risk, hey, that's 10 laps and go sit in the corner. All right, so 10 laps, go sit in the corner for number 16. Mannings don't do this. Great quarterbacks don't do this. I don't even like you do this in the middle of the field. I damn sure don't like you do it in the red zone. Points are at such a premium right now. Points are at such a premium, we can't be putting the ball at risk like this. I don't like this. Hey, we'll take a quick minute to give a shout out to our friends over at Sleeper. What a great time to be here on this network this year, but also a great time to be with our friends over at Sleeper. Go over to Sleeper today, the #1 place for daily fantasy and prop plays. Sleeper Picks is a real money product that connects friends over picks. Choose 2 to 8 of your favorite players from pregame, live, or even across different sports. Pick more than or less than the predicted stats. It's that simple. On Sleeper, you can get up to 100x payouts. Share with your friends and get rewarded today. Use promo code Brooks, as you see on the screen, on Sleeper and get 100% deposit match up to $100. Again, that's sleeper.com/promo/Brooks. Terms and conditions apply. Boys, as you know, we're about 28 minutes at the time of this ad read from the kickoff of NFL Sunday. So go ahead, run over to Sleeper right now. I'll give you permission to leave the stream actively. Go over to Sleeper, get a play in right quick, and get paid. We appreciate those folks over there at Sleeper. Again, that's promo code Brooks over there on Sleeper. This is good stuff, though. This was some of the stuff that I bought in on, right? When we were watching him last year. Also, it's a hot route for him. His ability to check the ball down. I don't think he had very many of these options last week. But this rep of him clicking through reads, realizing the pocket is collapsing, finding the hot immediately, and getting the ball out. This was the stuff we saw in those first couple of starts last year. Make that guy miss. Keep two hands on the ball. We got more pressure coming from the backside. Get the ball out to the flat right now. And guess what? Now we have a chance because Weisner's playing great ball right now. We got a one-on-one in the flat. He's going to win. We at least get back to 2nd and 9. Where last week, this is 2nd and 17. 2nd and 17 is dead. Dead. It's like a 98% chance of punt in you Goofy's analytical worlds. Shout out the analytical community. How about that? Attaboy. Attaboy. You balling today. You balling today. Make a miss. All right, eyes still downfield, but now we feel pressure from the left side. Check down. Love it. Love it. Because look, now it's 2nd and 9, Austin. And guess what? Instead of 2nd and 17, 2nd and 17 play call is obvious. We're throwing a screen. We're throwing a bubble. We're getting the ball out of his hands. We're trying to get back to 3rd and 12. Okay? Right here on 2nd and 9, guess what we can do? We can stay committed to the run game. We can remain balanced, right? We don't have to throw it 45 times today because we stayed relatively efficient on 1st down. Bang. Hit a splitter. They're really well coached. I don't know how many freshmen would just be like, okay, I'm going to leave it for the back. I done effed up. All right, but now, guess what? I'm going to keep working. I'm just going to keep working. Effort wins, guys. Effort continues to win. No matter what sport we're playing, just play hard. Just play hard. Come on, Formsby. You're too good to play that leaned over. Come on, Formsby. Come on, 74. Go put a hat on a hat. I think it's their only sack all day. And I think it's because coach is hunting, right? They just picked up a 1st down. Okay, it's 1st and 10. What we got? 3rd quarter. It's the first possession of the half. Okay, coach is hunting. This is the first time they really tried to get into a heavy play action, 7-step deep play action or deep passing game, right? Get them bunched up, get a zip motion, get the Z right back across formation, give a heavy play action under center, and let's go to work. All right, but left tackle's getting whipped. All right, and it's not the left tackle's fault. It's an individually effort play, right? 32's playing great football right now. It's our Mason Thomas from Oklahoma. He's playing damn good football. This is a left tackle that I still think's a top 40 selection. I get what the NFL likes about him. It's a tough rep. Okay, it's a really tough rep against a damn good pass rusher. All right, we got to understand though, as a quarterback, I don't even want to criticize you. Look how deep the concepts are. Here's why. I'm gonna pause the film when the first deep progression read believes he's supposed to get the football. So when he knows he's in the progression, you know what I mean? And they always look for the ball. Wide receivers normally give it up with regards to this types of stuff. So let's take a look. All right, so what we got working? We got a straight go working here, and then we had an out and up on the backside. So if this ball is to be thrown, it's to be thrown right now. Do we see that? And guess what? The safety's still driving deep off the hash. We're not throwing that ball. All right, we're definitely not throwing this ball over here, are we, guys? No, we're not throwing that ball. Where else is the progression? We got a deep over working from the tight end. Guess what? We ain't got time for that one neither. That's the last read in the progression. So we're forced to hold the football at this point, right? We're waiting for the tight end to work clean, and now we feel the rush, and we're sacked. That's the coach trying to hunt finally, and we accidentally take a sack because the left tackle got beat off the line of scrimmage. But this is a get-right play right here. 3rd and 8. They work to get into a 3rd and 8 right here on 3rd down. And I think we just checked the ball back down to Weisner right here. Oh, no, we get a free play. Okay, Weisner shows up hot. They're in man-to-man coverage. The safety has to come down. Remember this. Safety has to roll all the way down from the field. Watch this. Okay, they catch Oklahoma in a man-to-man rep on this snap on play 35. Let's go back. They catch Oklahoma in a man-to-man rep. They rarely are. Do you see the linebacker travel with the tight end? Let me zoom back on that. You see that, class? Everybody see that? That's man-to-man coverage. They're playing too high. All right, that's what they're trying to show. But that means the safety has to roll down with the running back here in the flat when they get a free play. Normally on this channel, when we get free plays like this, right, our Mason Thomas just jumped off sides. I always tell people to hunt the explosives, right? We call it take the shot. I understand what we're doing right here. Take the win. And the win right now is Weisner one-on-one with a safety having to cover down and roll down off 9 yards. I'm going to win every time on that. And boom, now we got a 12-yard explosive as opposed to a 5-yard free yards. Not a 12-yard explosive, but a 12-yard chunk. Chunks win games, man. Chunks win games. Ooh, nasty stun up there in the middle, huh? Ooh, that is a big man getting shucked like that. These nose tackles from Oklahoma are nasty. That's Ryan Wingo. Or that's what Weisner. Wingo wore 5 last year. I'm an idiot. I've been calling the dude Weisner the whole game. I knew it was Weisner. What's going on with my brain today, Austin? Am I tired? Is that what's going on? Probably. Yeah, probably. It's the first time versus a Power 4 opponent in probably, I don't know, since Clemson, they've had balance as an offense. They could actually rip runs, and most of it was because of Weisner. I think they get a good seal out here by the right tackle. Wait. Hey, will you do me a favor? Pull up your phone. Texas's roster. Have I been calling Formsby the left tackle when he's really the right tackle the entire time? Is Formsby even their tackle? Good God. One of them is Baker. I'm an idiot. I think Baker's the right tackle. Who is number 74 for me? Doesn't matter that I'm going to correct myself now 30 minutes into the film study. Good seal out there, DJ Campbell. Yes, sir. It's a great rep right here. Gooseby. Formsby's the tackle for Alabama. Hey, listen here, okay? I watch a lot of numbers. I watch a lot of tape. I try to be as well versed in as many rosters as I humanly possibly can. I'm going to make mistakes. Please do not get inundated with the name mistakes because the ball knowledge is here, okay? I say that, I'm going to get cooked already. I already know it. And there's no way to redo this film study. God dang it. I'm sorry, guys. Straight football brain coming in. But how many national analysts can tell you that the true freshman left tackle's got like 8 brothers and sisters? I know that, but I slip on the name. I'm an idiot. They had balance. That's the point of the film right there. Gosh darn it. An elite arm talent, guys. An elite arm talent with my man Arch. Should I call him Eli? Should I mess his name up? Good Lord. All right, here we go. Elite arm talent. I think it's another off-platform throw right here from him. I think we're getting pushed off our spot maybe. Yep, pushed off our spot. We don't like it. We're rolling left, and we're going to flick that one back. Great job here by the wide receiver as well, realizing what's happening, okay? Realizing that the quarterback is spinning out left of the pocket. Let's scramble drill, find some space, and get loose. Again, I think this is when he is at his best, is when he's out here buying time, playing off script in terms of accuracy and chunk plays with the football. I mean, good Lord, look at that. Why do we go dead feet like we're on the sideline? Do you see this right here? Are we just trying to secure the catch? Okay, we're trying to secure the catch. We probably didn't see it until it's halfway to us. Okay. Trying to secure the catch. You know what? I always sit on here and everybody always asks me when I go on radio hits and stuff or when I'm on a podcast, like, hey, who's the coach you're always looking forward to see every week? My answer on the defensive side of the football every time is, Brett Venables from Oklahoma. Very multiple, very chaotic, very pressure heavy, not blitzy heavy, right? Pressure heavy. Gonna send 5, not always 6. Sometimes they'll blitz you, but very chaotic. The only problem, very multiple. The only problem with that is we're still playing with young football players. We're still playing with young men, and occasionally they'll bust. And when they do, that ain't like a 6-yard run that, we misfit a little bit and now it spits for 6. No. We're going to get gutted for 19 and a score right here in the red zone. Okay? 14 right here because these two are misaligned or misassigned, one or the other. Okay? I mean, you just let the clear out route go right by. It's a great job by Arch. Hey, not being a dummy, right? We don't coach concepts. All right, I think what did Quinn say with Gruden that one time? We don't coach concepts around here. We don't coach dummies. Basically, meaning like don't look at this concept and knowing that is a clear out route, and we have an inward breaking route from the other wide receiver. Right, this guy's going to run clear, and we're running this square in right here. That is the concept. Normally, this is the number one read in the progression, but we don't coach dummies out here. We don't call plays for dummies. If that guy's running down the middle of the field and he's butt-ass naked, throw it, okay? You can tell Arch is even a little bit late, and that's why, because that is a clear-out route. We call that I love football all the time, right? That's an I love football route. It's not supposed to be busting like that. Look at the hesitation from Arch. He can't believe it, I think. Look at him. Oh, no way. And then let it rip. Great job. Here's what I'm talking about with these three-step drops, though. Look how disconnected we are as a thrower, okay? I think we're overstriding. I don't think we're very, very comfortable in our three-step game right now. 1, 2, 3, one hitch. All right, we have a bit of an overstride. And when we do, watch this front knee and watch how violently it works back against us and back against our energy. All right, but here's what's crazy. Here's what's really, really crazy. He's got elite juice right now, even on this. I'm gonna go back and not be so critical about the mechanics and just let you see the ball. The ball still jumps really, really hard and really, really lively, even with some errors in our mechanics and in our base, right? We are fundamentally flawed right now, and the ball still jumps because, yeah, we're 6 games into our career, really. Still gets out really, really firm, okay? This note just says that's a holy hell ball. A holy what in the world? Oh my God. But Austin, he did play up against a bunch of, bad high school football players. But I would imagine this is what the industry saw coming out of high school, other than just the name. Obviously, star rating systems are very predicated off of ratings and ranks and clicks and all that stuff and general interest. But this dude is uber talented, guys. There's no doubt. I mean, look at that throw and look at that platform and look at where that sucker ended up. Okay? So the next time you want to, fire off a tweet at Ari Wasserman, just know that there were reasons, myself included. I mean, I get included in this. You bought the hype. Yeah, I mean, he's immensely talented. I thought this was the ultimate difference in the football game, though. The only football player on the field offensively that had any type of individual impact was number 5, and on both sides of the football. I didn't feel like Oklahoma had any one of these. I'm not talking about the quarterbacks. Somebody had to make plays, and Weisner made all of them in this football game. That's why they won, and they won handedly because he was the significant offensive impact player. Okay. Again, just a free check down, one-on-one. Go make a play. Weisner's making plays all day long, every day. Make another one. Yep, go get a piece too. Is that the center? It's great work by the center. I was dogging you last week, 54, in my notes, not publicly on forums or anything like that, on film studies, okay? But this is an effort play from 54. Watch 54 show a hat up. Wham, that's it. That's the Springer. Now we got a 40-yard explosive. It's effort, man. That's all it ever is. It's effort in football. Effort and execution. I think this is so big time right here. Such a big time rip. Such a big time rip from the kid. Step up. Okay, guys, this is another one of these. I think it's another one of these. All kind of these. We gotta stop, man. There is no way to be successful that way. We're basically going to play for a field goal right here. We get it because the quarterback steps up, rips up, and rips an absolute seed to a 15-yard dig right here on 3rd and 19. Watch this from the tight. This is big-time quarterback play, in my opinion. Stepping up through the smoke. Hey, ain't a lot of grass in there. I know a lot of young quarterbacks that do that stuff, okay? He's going to step right up, find the crease in the pocket, and get a rip off. Reset your feet. Good rip. And, of course, I think they need to do more of it, okay, especially in big-time games. To ice football games and to win football games, they need to do more of this stuff, okay? They need to do more of this stuff. That is a design quarterback keep out of the back, and great job getting down. Avoiding the horse collar, realizing, I bet he's peeping the big board, Austin. You think he's got that kind of situational awareness? Why else does he know to slide? Don't be a hater. I mean, got some good situational awareness. Hey, great ball game. Great coaching adjustment. Great job by Nick Brooks fighting your butt off. Great job by Arch Manning playing efficient, protecting the football. And hell of a job by my man Weisner. Apologies for the name confusions. Love you. We'll see you next time. Hit that thumbs up button on your way out.